Hey guys, I haven't posted anything in a while and I thought I'd show you guys what I've been up to with a little bit of a layout update and I suppose a recap. So I don't know if anybody watched the video series I did on building the camp, but this is the final result. It's a former section house, which a lot of them got turned into camps and cottages along the Algoma Central. So in this case, it's a section house that someone bought, turned into a cottage. And they built a cabin right beside it on the lake, and they rent that out to fishermen and hunters who fly in to hunt and fish. It's not based on any prototype, although the section house is. I did that as close as I could to an Algoma Central section house. They're somewhat standard design, I guess. I got this the drawings off of Chris Vanderhyde's website. He's got a ton of Algoma Central information. I hesitate to call it the Algoma Central. I think more accurately I should say inspired by the Algoma Central, or perhaps evil alternate universe Algoma Central. I don't know. I started building the layout and I didn't really have a plan. I just bought what I wanted and run what I had, you know what I mean? And I've been slowly narrowing down the focus a little bit more. And I want to represent Northern Ontario, and I'm a big fan of the Algoma Central. But the thing is, it didn't have the traffic that I like. Like, I like modern stuff and intermodal, auto racks, that kind of stuff. So I'll never be able to accurately say, yes, I modeled the Algoma Central. But if maybe some of the locations and stuff are going to show up. I want to have a log loadout and stuff. This is something else I've been working on. Just an engine house. It's based on the Ontario Southland Railway's engine house at Salford. I've built the kits and added lights, little LED lights here and there and everywhere. And I'm happy with the way it's turning out. I'm still trying to decide if I'm going to have a concrete pad in front of it. The prototype doesn't. And in fact, I'm not even sure how much concrete goes into the prototype. Like, I think the new addition, the 3 bays on the right side, they look like, from pictures, it's just gravel in there, or ballast. And I think the 2 bays to the left have concrete floors, just judging from pictures. I need to buy more switches and finish connecting the tracks and stuff, and all in time. I feel like we all have a spot on our layout where something's not working quite right, but we just put up with it. Well, I'm not putting up with it anymore. I had an S-curve here. When trains came off trains would come off this switch, there was an S-curve, and it was just enough to cause my longer trains with longer cars to flop over to the inside of the curve, string lining. This one was particularly bad, the intermodal train, so I've put in new switches, straighten it all out, and it's working much better now. Something else I'd put up with for way too long was this switch right here. I'd accidentally bought an Electrofrog instead of an Insulfrog, and at the time I was using Insulfrog for everything. I've since learned how to use Electrofrogs, and I actually prefer them. I'm replacing all of my Insulfrogs with Electrofrogs. Not that they're really problematic, but they just give you a little bit better connection. With a frog juicer to juice the frogs, it's like you can run even a short locomotive through there really slowly. And the problem I always had was I didn't like relying on the points to deliver power to the frog. You need to cut the switch just before the frog to isolate the frog, and then use so one end is cut, the other end has insulated joiners on it, and I power the frog with frog juicers, and yeah, it's really good. Works good for me anyway. I hope that made sense. I've probably shown this before, but it's my gas station with a Tim Hortons in it, and it's all lit up, put LEDs in. I'm pretty sure I've shown this before, but here you go anyway. I built this roofer's truck. It's a GHQ kit from the 90s, And man, were they ever detailed for their time. This was, I think it was dated like 92 or something. I was in the hobby in the mid 90s, but I never bought any of these. Wow, I was missing out. These are really good. This tractor is the same GHQ model. GHQ or GQH? GHQ, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, from the 90s. I still need to weather it, and I may put glass in the windows, but yeah, it's cool. Those things they're so detailed. It's really cool. I'm impressed. I haven't done much with my city. I got a house there over on the left. That's from Yelton Scale Models. It looks similar to the house I live in, so had to have it. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with the city block yet, but I'm working on it. My firehouse. This was a Pike Stuff Diamond Engineering building, I think it was, model kit. I rearranged the doors to put the big bay doors on the front for the fire engines. I'm not sure if I'm going to use this building or not. If I can think of something better to put in that spot, I probably will. But for now, that's where the fire station's going to go. I've been going to train shows when they take place in my area. There's usually 4 or 5 a year, and I rarely walk out empty-handed. So this is one of the cars I picked up. I've weathered it. I weather most of what I have eventually. I went on a little tank car buying binge, so I picked up a 3-pack of these. These have been weathered pretty subtly. They may even need a little bit more. This guy shows a little bit better of what I've been working on. Just a little streaking of rust and wheel splatter on the bottom and stuff. I got a new airbrush. It's a gravity feed, and I'm trying to get better with that dual action gravity feed. It's good. It's really good, but I'm trying to figure out the quirks of it. Just a few more cars that I bought. This is another 3-pack I bought. I've weathered them up. Little graffiti on this one. The prototype pictures from this paint scheme, I think this is an older paint scheme, but near the end of this particular paint scheme, the blue was fading into white, and I tried to represent that on this model, but it kind of worked out the way I wanted. I'm not going to do any more because I'm afraid of taking the paint right off it, the lettering right off it, but that's sort of the effect I was looking for. Perhaps I'll insert a picture here to show you what I had in mind, and you decide how close I got. I'm not completely satisfied, but I'm going to say close enough. I've got 6 of these CN cars I've weathered up and graffitied. They were for sale on Marketplace, and the guy actually lives right around the corner from me. I was quite impressed that there's another N-scaler so nearby, and he's got a ton of stuff. I guess he used to be really into the buy and sell. Maybe he still is. He doesn't put ads up too often, but he's got a ton of stuff and fair prices. He's a good guy. So anyway, I picked those up. That last one there hasn't been weathered yet, but I'll get to it. I only do stuff when the mood strikes, so haven't wanted to finish that one yet. And last but not least, if you didn't see my video on the installing sound in a Bachmann consolidation, this is the end result. I'm pretty happy with it. I've redeckled the tender for Algoma Central, and I have to renumber it. I'm probably just going to leave it at, I think they had a consolidation number 34 or 33. I got to check that again. Honestly, I'll probably just go with whatever 2 decals are together on the decal sheet. So, 3 and 4 or 4 and 5, something like that, just to keep it easy. But yeah, I still need to do the cab number. I've been kind of lazy about editing and getting this video out. This was filmed as a June update, and here we are. I guess it's going to be a July update now. I've done a lot of work to the engine facility, and that will show up in the next update, so keep an eye out for that. So until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.